Are you into innovation? Do you enjoy podcasts? Do you know which innovation podcasts are the best? I actually don't know the answer. The podcast jungle is a jungle, there's a lot of trees. But in this video, I'll give you my 3 favorite podcasts on innovation. I will also give you 1 episode of each podcast as a recommendation to get started. Many people ask me, how do you get inspired? Where do you get all this information from that you seem to have about stuff? And the secret is I walk a lot. Every day I walk, and when I walk, I have these white things in my ears. And I listen to podcasts, I listen to audiobooks, and I'm constantly getting new information and new inspiration. The first podcast I recommend is a podcast called Idea to Value. The host is a guy called Nick Skillicorn. And Nick interviews people from private, public companies, big, small, universities, to get a wide range of insights and perspectives on innovation and creativity. I like his approach. Each episode is usually around 20 minutes, which is a good length if you're on the move. The interview that I recommend is one with Viki. Viki recently released a book called Pirates in the Navy. And yes, the blue pirate that I've created is very much inspired by his work too. Pirates in the Navy is about bigger companies and how they can innovate. So you can still be a pirate and innovator in a big company, but there's a lot of things you need to do right. And a lot of companies are doing it wrong. So listen to Tendayi talk about the mistakes that companies make and what you can do about it. Number 2, the Everyday Innovator with McAllister. Chad created this podcast to help product managers. Now you might not be a product manager, I'm not a product manager, but similar to Nick, he interviews a wide range of people from companies and startups and public sector. And every episode has new perspectives, new insights that at least I find relevant for the work I do. So I always walk away from these episodes with something new in my pockets that I can apply at work. The episode I recommend is an interview with Duncan Wardle, who's the former head of innovation and creativity at Disney. Very interesting guy. And he talks about how they made innovation practical at Disney, but he also talks about how far they go to understand their customer. They actually went to visit their customers' homes to understand their needs and wants so they can make the parks better and make the rides better. Third podcast, Exponential View by Harvard Business Review. The host is Azeem Azhar. And Azeem is focused on technology and how technology is influencing our lives, both our professional and private lives, interviewing a wide range of very interesting people. The interview I recommend is an interview with the CEO of Google X, which is now called X, Astro Teller. And Astro talks about the first 10 years of Google X, all the ideas they've looked at. They looked at more than 2,000 ideas to get to 10 that they're actually executing. X is a place where they look at big problems that if they solve them will help billions of people. They have invented the self-driving car, they came up with the internet balloons and a lot of other things. Very interesting. Astro talks about culture, he talks about what it takes to create a place or a company that innovates more. So those are the 3 podcasts: Idea to Value, the Everyday Innovator, and Exponential View. Now, some of you are sitting there going, yeah, that's great, but dude, that was all dudes. What happened to the women? Let me give you 1 bonus episode from the Exponential View. Azeem Azhar interviewed the CEO of Nasdaq, Adena Friedman. Fascinating interview. If you are into cybersecurity, big data, a lot of data being handled at very high speeds and how you do that, you want to listen to the Nasdaq episode with Adena Friedman. Many people think that Nasdaq is just about the Nasdaq stock exchange, but they do a lot more. And if you want to know where digital is going and how fast and how much can actually be done, check out that interview, Adena Friedman. That's it. I love those podcasts, but the podcast universe is a jungle. There's a lot of trees. I don't know all the podcasts. So if you have ideas, put them below. I would love to hear more about other podcasts, other people talking about innovation and creativity. My name is Tomas. I help people like you innovate, making things better, making better things. And I will be back with more. Now it's time for a walk and a podcast. Boom.